Yo, what's up, sports fans? It's Max for you again. Yahoo! I finally completed my last assignment for the semester of my master degree course, and I would like to take the chance to give you a brief impression about the Miami Heat before their big game tonight against the Boston Celtics. But before that, I would like to give a big shout out to Mr. Blitz. Yo, what's up, man? I would like to tell you what a fantastic job you are doing. I would like to give you special credits for conducting that radio podcast show with your friends, and what great points you guys make about ESPN and their biased views of the sports world. I mean, I couldn't have said it any better. I mean, it is so true how overrated these midgets view the NBA as highlight reel from an individual athlete's point of view and give the wrong impression to a lot of viewers. But I will emphasize on that in my upcoming next videos before the All-Star weekend. Now, let's get back to the Miami Heat. Yo, Bruce, in one of your latest videos, you have mentioned that Derrick Rose, in your opinion, will not be the MVP this season. I disagreed with you in the past, but now I'm beginning to get your point. And since you live in Chicago and have been a Bulls fan for many years, I will not argue about that anymore. For some time. After Miami had their skits and Chicago was on the rise, and especially after the Bulls have defeated the Orlando Magic, I thought, now the Heat are really going to be testing to get their ups and downs. Yet until now, they have regained their winning ways and found a way to succeed with their experimentations within their lineup. I mean, let's talk about this for a while. Well, obviously, Erik Spoelstra is a YouTube fan and found the almighty Max Ryu there by any chance, and he listened to his advice. Well, okay, let's quit the joking now. Well, it's good to see that Spoelstra has a common sense to realize that Carlos Arroyo sucked ass and put Mario Chalmers into the starting rotation, just like I envisioned it. The other fact that made me very proud of Spoelstra was that he finally found the players that are the most efficient for the current success and a better reliever for LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. In a way, the role players that I envisioned and anticipated should be playing, in my opinion, they really play. As if Spoelstra has read my thoughts. It all occurred like I envisioned it. Mario Chalmers as the starter. Well, he still has some problems and issues with the consistency, but I think that'll go away with more exposure and more experience. Eddie House is another threat as a shooter. Mike Miller is getting his strides back and displays some solid self-sacrifice for the team. That is the way it's to be done. Joel Anthony plays some good defense, but lacks offense. The next step would be to develop a mid-range game on the offensive end. Well, despite these improvements, it's still not enough to knock off the veteran team like Boston in the playoffs yet. I'm very sorry, but that's the way it is. Yet, considering the past circumstances, with injuries and taking opportunities and with experimenting with the lineup, the Miami Heat have recovered quite well and are now one step ahead of Boston and 2 steps of Chicago in the Eastern Conference rankings. Now begins the next big test, and that is the Boston Celtics tonight. I'm Max Ryu, and I'm out.